So let's just jump right into the review of the Fruits Basket anime. It's like no other shoujo anime I've seen, so I'm looking forward to watching this anime. And let's talk about the main character. The main character, Toru Honda, has gone through a very tragic past. But yeah, when she was 3 years old, her dad dies, and following that, her mom take cares of her. She provides her with everything, and her mom tragically passes away in an accident. And Toru's only regret is that she didn't see her off the morning of the accident, before the accident. Toru is a very optimistic and an innocent person. Like they say, the problem is not the problem. The problem is your attitude towards the problem. So Toru is basically like that, and I love that about her character. Speaks a lot about her. She's very optimistic, very hardworking, very committed, and ever so innocent. It's definitely sad and painful that a girl her age has to go through all this. Grandpa takes her in after her mom's death for a few days. Grandpa has a chat with her of how she could go and find a place to live in with her friends, because the renovations are going on in her grandpa's place, and her grandpa will be going to her daughter's place, and it's a very small place, so it can't accommodate Toru. Toru at this point, Toru doesn't trouble her friends, and she just thinks about Yo-chan and Hana-chan, where Hana-chan has five people already living in a house, and a house is pretty small, and Yo-chan's living alone in a very small house, and she doesn't want to disturb them. And Toru decides this is the best time for me to move out, because I've been wanting to do this, live independently. So what she does is she takes a tent. She goes to the Soma clan's area. She doesn't know about it yet, and she just puts the tent over there and stays there uh, for a few days. So let's talk about her friends. Her friends are definitely a force field around her, and that's great because she's very innocent and gullible. So moving on, let's talk about the Somas. Right off the bat, we get introduced to Yuki and Shigure Soma in the starting of the episode. And Yuki stays in the same high school as her, and is in the same class as her. And since there's so many characters in the anime that are yet to be released, and the ones that have been uh, shown, they don't have the same character, like how five guys are behind one girl and almost all the five guys have the same characters. But no, here it's completely different, and each one has their own personality. And moving on, they eventually find out that Toru has been living in a tent in their area, and they bring her in to their house because she's under the weather for the moment. They offer her a place to stay, and in return, she can cook and clean the house for them. And while they take her to show her room, and Yuki goes ahead, and then Toru is coming back, and then suddenly there's a break in the ceiling, and then Kyo falls down, and he wants to get his revenge on Yuki. And Toru goes to stop them, and she slips on a piece of wood which has fallen from the ceiling. And she goes and grabs a hold of Kyo, and Kyo turns into a cat. And Toru is completely flustered, and she doesn't know what to do at this point. She's like, let's take him to the hospital. She turns around and there's Yuki and Shigure standing. She against a block of wood hits her on the head, and she falls on them as well, and turning them into a rat and a dog respectively. All in all, it's a great anime and a great first episode. The premise, everything was laid out perfectly in the anime, and the anime has got a modern take to the retro setting. And doing a little bit of research, I found that there was already an anime which released in 2001, and it didn't stick to the manga. And hopefully this anime will stick to the manga. Thank you. Please leave a like, subscribe to my channel for more reviews, and I'll try making my reviews better. More reviews are yet to come, and thank you. And please share the video.